So happy to be in camp right now. I think the team is doing a great job working on preparing for the season. And, everything that I'd like to talk about should have to do with football and playing good defense.
You have a new defensive line coach in Skanina. Why did that transition happen, and what are you guys getting now that you felt you were missing?
I'd have to defer to Coach on any reasoning. I think he spelled that out with you guys. I have nothing to add. Jeff's doing a good job, and the guys are responding well to him. So Coach has a good sense on what he wants to do, and our job as staff members is to make it come to life and make it productive, and that's what we're going to do.
Were you consulted on the decision?
Yeah, I would. Like I said, anything that you want to talk about in terms of that, I just defer to Coach.
With Jeff, what do you like about him as a defensive line coach?
He's a guy that played 17 years in the league. I like that. I think he brings some intensity. I like that. I think the guys respond well to him and his teaching. So, we've been off to a good start. I think the guys overall defensively have a great work ethic. I think the camaraderie is there. They're really coming out and putting in the work every day. That gives you a chance to really grow, and we are seeing growth.
And obviously, I know you want to stay with football, but I am curious. You made the decision in June not to take yourself off of Twitter. What went behind that decision, and just what was behind that?
Personal choice.
Obviously, a lot of attention to the defensive line always, and then obviously you're not going to have Chase at least for a little bit, which gives a chance for some of those younger guys to step up. What have you seen from the other sort of defensive ends who you're going to look to fill in, even beyond like James Smith-Williams and Toohill?
Yeah, I think James Smith-Williams, first name that comes to my mind. He's running with the ones. I think he's a guy that's rugged. He's played a little bit inside and moved outside full-time, doing a great job with it. So really happy with him. I think Casey Toohill's developed. I think F.A. Developing. Those guys are giving us some presence on the edge, and of course Montez Sweat himself leading the way with that group. But working hard. Obviously, we'd love to have Chase back as soon as he's ready to join us, back healthy. But in the meantime, those guys are getting valuable work.
To Jamin, Ron's talked about he's seeing progress, but for your perspective, if you agree, what specifically is he progressing? What's better with him this year than last year?
I think he is playing with more certainty, more confidence, understands where he belongs, and of course he's very gifted. Talent-wise, when a guy with his abilities is locked in and mentally really understands where he belongs, he's able to come to life, and we're seeing that. He's having a strong camp for us, and we're going to need him to play well for us this year.
Ron has mentioned a few times about you and your staff trying to preach humility to the guys. Well, I guess just how do you go about doing that, and was that something you feel like the group needed after last season?
Yeah, to me, it's always something that I stress. We're not going to be fearful of anybody that we go against, but at the same time want to make sure we're really respectful and just prepare and understand the need to strain every day. And that's what it comes down to. This league's full of talented players and coaches that are working to attack you, and we want to work to attack them. And to me, being in the right frame of mind, approaching it the right way, we want to be confident, we want to be prepared, and then we want to go compete. But I think the humility part is like a day one message of it doesn't really matter how you got here. It's about production in our business, and that's what we're stressing.
And if I could go back to just the June thing, and like that same month, Jim Jordan brought up your name in the congressional hearing. Just what did you make of him doing that, and then also kind of the reaction of you didn't deserve to be fined, you were just expressing your opinion?
Yeah, I have really nothing to add.
Did you have a direct connection with Skanina before you guys came together in 2020 here?
No.
What do you think of his coaching style and what he brings to the D-line?
Kind of touched on that a little bit before. I think, he brings a wealth of knowledge from having played the position. I think he brings intensity on the way he coaches the guys, and I think there's connectivity. I think it's important to be able to connect with your guys. I think he does that, and thus far, it's been, short, small sample, but been happy with the way it's worked out.
And Cole Holcomb, what have you seen from him now that he's kind of assumed the mic role?
Cole's really asserting himself in a leadership role. I think he's doing a great job with, mentoring some of the younger linebackers, asserting himself in the huddle, taking charge and really making the calls and being very strong with it. I think his preparation is very, very strong. And so I'm happy with the way he's approached it.
You guys are playing pretty well and seem confident despite not changing much personnel. What are the main reasons you think the results look different, at least so far?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we had a really productive offseason. It was really important to make sure that our guys were here, they were working, they were together. The communication is really strong right now. It's such a huge part of what we do. Being on the same page and being able to play fast to your responsibilities. And I think they come in with a little more confidence because they were here in the offseason, kind of growing together. And putting in the work. And so, there's no shortcut to success. There really isn't. And I think they've done a great job of working at it. And our communication and our knowledge and our understanding of the principles that we play with is much stronger right now.
What do you attribute to the improved communication, and is there a voice or two on the defense that's been key to making that happen?
Well, I think, Cam, Bobby, in the back end, have kind of led the way. Kendall Fuller, Will, I think they all, really understand what we're asking of them. Defoe's had a strong camp. He's done a nice job. He's really developing for us. Benjamin has done a nice job developing for us. Jamin is developing. So you're talking about several members of the back seven that's playing and being able to play together and play fast and let their natural talents, let it, as I like to say, come to life. Let it bring the defense to life.
Third downs were an issue last year, and then the first-team defense gave up 3 straight to start against Carolina. What was your reaction to that, and how can you guys tighten that up so it's not as much of a problem this season?
My reaction is not to overreact, but I didn't like it, So sometimes things go like that. But for us, it's about getting to work, understanding why, and there were 3 different cases of what transpired and why, and correct it and move on. So, like I said, a lot of good energy going into what needs to be done. We've certainly identified it. We want to be a defense that starts fast. Letting them get 3 first downs on third down once we've got them to third down is not starting fast. So that's something we've identified as a must do, and we'll keep tabs on that as we go.
All right, thanks, Coach.
I appreciate it. See you guys.